Hey guys, so I know the audio sucks, but this was really a video I wanted to get out, and I have like 2 big projects in the work at the moment, in the works. So I wanted to just discuss something real quick, and that is basically the state of film in 2018. Now, don't worry, this isn't like some, cinema is dead, because cinema is not dead. It is very well and alive. Just ask films like Phantom Thread, which I saw yesterday at the day of this recording. So, yeah, film is far from dead, but that's not the point. The main point I want to make is that it is January 21st, and it is too early to call, like, what you think the best films of 2018 are going to be. Now, the reason I even bring this up is because those terrible, like, Looper, Watch Mojo type channels are already talking about it and are like 24 films that will blow everyone away. It's always got to be blow everyone away. I don't know why. They have an obsession with it. An obsession with being blown away, I guess. So, first I wanted to talk about so far the films I have on my watch list, in essence. Isle of Dogs, Suspiria, Jungle Book, First Man, The Man Who Killed Don Quixote, Fahrenheit 9/11, Annihilation, Widows, The Other Side of the Wind. Not The Other Side of Hope, The Other Side of the Wind. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. Everybody knows. Some films in consideration, but I don't have sufficient evidence from the directors, are Mute, Sister Brothers, and The Beach Bum. So, first I'm gonna tackle all of these films, each one, and glorify their reason why they have a place on my watch list, and then I'm going to basically get into the discussion. So, Isle of Dogs is because primarily I just really like Wes Anderson. Like, hold on. Alright, so yeah, I've given Royal Tenenbaums a 9. Life Aquatic is an 8. Moonrise is like an 8.5. Oh, Fantastic Fox is a 10. That's like one of my favorite films ever. The Grand Budapest Hotel is a 9. So those are all of, like, that's, I think, with that track record is a really good reason to want to watch that film. Then there's Suspiria, and that's mainly because I was in this kick of wanting to watch Guadagnino films. The Jungle Book is because I saw what is it? War of the Planet of the Rise of the Dawn of the... It's like what? War of the Worlds, of the Dark of the Moon, of the Clash of the Titans, of the Attack of the Clones, of the Children of the Corn, of the George of the Jungle, of the Return of the Jedi, of the Dawn of the Dead, of the Norm of the North, of the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, of the Rise of the Silver Surfer, of the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, that movie. Just kind of interested to see where he could go. First Man, I don't even think I mentioned that one. It's by Damien Chazelle. He made La La Land, which I like. You should know that, maybe. Yeah, the man who killed Don Quixote, that's Gilliam. Gilliam is good. Monty Python Brazil guy. Fahrenheit 9/11, that's Michael Moore. I've read his book. Dude, where's my country? Yeah. Annihilation. It's really to see where Alex Garland can go after Ex Machina, which kinda sucked. Widows. I saw Steve McQueen's Hunger, and that was really good. The Other Side of the Wind, which it's Orson Welles. He's dead. That's enough of a selling point. A dead man's movie is coming out. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot. That's Gus Van Sant, and he's a cool dude. Everybody knows that same director made... Fuck. I gotta look up its name. The Salesman, that's its name. So, all of these films have a deep context to them of why I want to watch them. The problem with these videos is their context is it's part of the Predator franchise or something like that that doesn't even really matter, frankly. Like, Predator 2 is part of the Predator franchise, therefore it's good. Or it's a new Avengers movie. You all like the Avengers, right? It's not like Avengers 1 gets worse the more you think about it, and Avengers 2 is just a horrible train wreck of cliches and terrible filmmaking. And they're ostensibly the same movie. And from the looks of it, number 3 is going to be ostensibly the same movie. Whatever it's called. I don't know. And it's really just something where context matters so much to what you want to watch, in my opinion. Like, I'll never just throw on something random. If I do, it's because I assume it's gonna be bad and I'm laughing at it. Okay, I don't know if that paused the recording or not. I'll see. Or I won't, I don't know. But, yeah. That's kind of the point of this first section. So, that's the first part of this podcast. Now I want to talk about upcoming things I'm doing. So, for those of you who don't know it, but on my Twitter I posted a thing inviting people to make a video about, that's like 2 to 5 minutes long, about their favorite film of 2017 and why it's their favorite. I've gotten like 3 people on board, and if you still would actually like to join that, there's still time. Either you can edit it or just give me the raw audio and I'll edit that for you like bam. So I really wanted to do that, and I've got one of the 3 videos, and I'm expecting to get the other 2 within like a day or so. So that's good. And that'll be releasing mid-February. Mainly just because I need to get everything finalized on that video. Really, it's just when it gets done, it's done. So we'll have fun with that. And yeah, if you want to do that, please notify me. The other upcoming project I have is an in-depth review for a certain documentary. Now, here's the foreshadowing I can give you. That A Brief History of Time was foreshadowing because it's part of the Criterion Collection. And the answer is no, I won't be talking about another Errol Morris film. But it's a documentary on the Criterion Collection. So, that's what I can tell you. And anyways, I have a couple films in consideration for, like, just a regular review. I don't know if I want to do Phantom Thread, just because it's kind of hard to discuss without spoiling it, and the post is like, I'd have maybe 30 seconds of content. Not that that's ever deterred me. My cat just jumped up here. Do you want to say something to the lovely people? No. Oh, she's ran away. Never mind. Yeah. So that's the upcoming projects part. Alright, so the third and final section I want to talk about is film YouTubers. I wanted to make this its own video, but it's really something where I can't, just because it doesn't really seem like it would be worth a lot of my... Dang it, I messed up. It's something where I really don't see it as being worth a lot of my time, just because it would be more of me rambling, and this is the proper context to ramble in, so I've got 7 I want to talk about, and I'll go in, like, ascending. No, there's no order of quality, I don't know. These are just people I want to talk about. So first is... Alright, now we can get my kitty. Come on, meow. Meow for the camera. Sorry about that. Brief interruption. Yeah, first guy is Jeremy Johns, whatever his name is. He's so unbearable to watch, just because he has no grasp on filmmaking, and it's always so heavily weighted in the favor of superhero films, his scores. And, like, you watch one of his best of the year lists, and it's just like, imagine if a computer compiled the American public's opinions on film, crapped it out into a top 10 list, and that's a Jeremy Johns list. So next, one not a lot of people talk about, but I have strong opinions on, is the channel Brows Held High. He is part of, like, that guy with the glasses, which I don't think is a really good platform, for reasons I will discuss in a minute or two. But anyways, Brows Held High, he is basically analyzes art films, or just, like, analyzes that kind of thing that's more artsy than, say, It. And dang. So it's been, my main problem with him is mostly the fact that he seems to really just miss the point of the film. Like, it's fine if you don't get a film, but if you just ignore what it's going for, that's when it becomes an issue. Like, if you can understand what, say, Raw is going for, but the film doesn't click with you, that's fine. But if you just claim ignorance of what the film is going for, and that's your reason for disliking it, that's where I draw the line, and I'm like, okay, that's unfair to the film. That's just vapid criticism. It's early in the morning and I'm able to do this. Next, what I was going to talk about in a minute, Nostalgia Critic / Channel Awesome, or whatever they call it now. His big problem, I feel, is that he always picks on low-hanging fruit. Like, you'll never see him analyze something that's like Hacksaw Ridge, where I went after that film, but you'll never see a nostalgia critic on Hacksaw Ridge, and it's like, he has to have a gimmick to, they always have to have like some gimmick to their reviews on that guy with the glasses. And it's so annoying because it always just boils down to the same review, just with a different film. He picks on fruit that's so low-hanging, like Kangaroo Jack, which doesn't even follow his theme of like nostalgic films. But yeah, it's gotta be Kangaroo Jack or the Smurfs or the Emoji Movie, which I wouldn't be surprised. But it's all films where he never says something you couldn't figure out for yourself if you just took 5 minutes devoting to thinking about that film. His reviews just boil down to a lot of like, ah! Can't yell, it's too early. I'll wake up people. They'll come down and be mad at me. Yeah, and now onto the more general Channel Awesome, or whatever, that guy with the glasses, whatever that motto is called. I mentioned earlier how it always has to be some theme, and to me, only like 4 people of their hundreds of creators have ever stood out, which is like Nostalgia Critic, Cinema Snob, I think, and Brows Held High. So no, only 3 have ever stood out. And that should really say something about the brand, just because everyone has to do something so specific, and if you don't have a niche, you would just fail on that site, and that means, as a result, those people probably aren't very popular now. So, yeah. It was real, and their videos, that guy with the glasses videos end up just being making fun of something, then show film clip, make fun of film clip, show film clip, make fun of film clip. It's, like I said, just so repetitive. Anyways, on to another dude, Chris Stuckman, because I've been talking about them for too long. He has the same problem as, like, Jeremy Jans, where it's like he weights his reviews on superhero films a bit too much, like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is not a C. It's more like a 3 for me. That was horrible. I'm never attempting anything like that in my life again. Yeah. Let's discuss this fool. I think he has some good reviews. Like, he is able to pump out a good opinion, and he can kind of stray away from the mainstream, but he'll never go too far away. It's like he'll take a like back alley creek, but then eventually go back to the Missouri River. I don't know why I used that analogy, I just did. But yeah, I like him. He's good. Not subscribed, but I just check him out occasionally. Ralph the Movie Maker. I think he has good judgment, but I think at times he's a little too overcritical of certain things, which kind of bogs down his reviews. Like, he'll just occasionally pick out some really stupid thing. Yeah. That's Ralph. YourMovieSucks.org. He is fantastic. Got great editing. I made that one video which was kind of inspired by his style. But I'd say that's more of the last reviewer's style, who I'm going to talk about. Anyways, yeah, he's able to just pick apart every little thing in a film, which I like so much in his big YMS reviews. I realize, like, the good people I don't have as much to say about just because they have fewer and fewer faults. So, this is more of a recommendation of his channel. Yeah. That seems fair. So, now, the big one. A true big influence. I'm not even kidding, this guy is probably the biggest influence for reviewers, and I think he's either tied with YMS or is the best. Of course, I'm talking about Red Letter Media. If you haven't seen a video by them, you're doing yourself a disservice. They can literally go on for 30 unscripted minutes about a film, and it's always fantastic. They're so incredible in their discussion of film that it's just so great. And the Plinkett reviews, there's so much praise about them already, and they're so rewatchable. So if you're taking away anything, check out them. Alright, and that's really what I gotta say. This is a podcast I did. This will go up on AugustMovieReviewer, August Movie Man, I don't know what it's called, my channel. Anyways, that'll go up today. Thank you for watching. And if you've made it this far, yeah, good on you. Comment, cherry Pepsi tastes terrible.